So here we go then. So this is Moto DevCam and welcome to the very first actual vloggage.
And before we continue, I need to apologise for the audio. The audio is going to be terrible, so I'm going to remove most of it and play some music in the background in a second. And I just thought I'd share with you the stupid secret of my stupidity. So I thought I was being really clever, and I have one of these Turtle Beach headsets for my Xbox One. I thought, oh, this boom mic's got a 3.5mm jack on it and it's all bendy. So I thought, brilliant. So I plugged it into my helmet. Off we go. It was great. It was kind of hidden behind the cheek pad, and it was right in front of my mouth, and it should have been absolutely perfect. So I thought, great, brilliant. Got an extension cable from Maplin to plug it into my phone. So I thought, right, so I'll record on my camera and record the audio with the phone. So off I go. Glorious. And I had done a little test prior with the helmet on, holding my phone next to my microphone, chatting away. Brilliant results. Sounded not too bad at all, I thought. So I carry on. I get to the end of the ride, plug everything into the computer, and the noise just sounded like this. Beautiful engine. Sadly, that was all that was there. A tiny little bit of voice, and I couldn't work it out. And I've been Googling things like dead cat microphones and all the rest of it. And I kind of thought, well, there's no wind noise there. It's just engine. So why is that? So I've been playing around, and I came to do this voiceover that I'm doing now. Stuck my helmet on, plugged the cable into the computer, started recording on Audacity, and there was no audio. I mean, this is bizarre. What's going on? The audio's coming through the computer. Lo and behold, it would turn out that the 3.5mm jack on this boom mic is wired up different. So it was never working in the first place. So the audio that you could hear a second ago was the audio from the phone in the inside pocket of my jacket, which is why there's no audio and why there's a real glorious amount of bike noise. So that's my audio woes. So I just need to go and buy another microphone, put a bit of fluff on it, and we should be away. I also understand that the picture isn't very good for a first attempt either. So a couple of little things that I've done here. The camera will record at 1080p 30 frames a second, or 720p at 60 frames a second, which is what I've chosen. I also selected the EV value to because it was a little bit on the dark side. And I think really just the combination has made it a bit pants. So I guess if I change it to 1080p, hopefully we'll get a slightly better picture. So I know it's a little bit pants this, but we'll go with it for now. So I've mounted the camera on the side of the helmet to the right. Unfortunately, I thought he was going to pull out then, and I'm even watching it on the computer. Unfortunately, I've mounted it kind of as a chin mount, and every time I try and look over my right shoulder, do a lifesaver, it thuds into my shoulder. So it's not ideal. So I'm going to move that and get some of that Sugru stuff and mount it right underneath the bottom of my chin. So this was the very first ever ride out with the camera and the microphone and everything. It wasn't too bad really. It was a nice night and it was a quite enjoyable ride, and chatting away to you, or myself as it turned out, actually made for a much more relaxed ride, and I really enjoyed the ride, so that was pretty cool. So if you haven't tuned in before, this is my Yamaha FZS600 it's not 2001 it is actually, is it? No, 99, one of them, T-Reg anyway. Not masses of modifications or anything like that. I've had a little play. So I've got some I had some engine issues where it was really lumpy and just not very nice at all. And it turned out that one of the spark plugs was rusty. It was letting loads of water into the engine, which was great. So changed all the spark plug caps, changed all the spark plugs, put loads of fuel in a few times, drove it through because it was sat for a few years, the bike. And it's worked a treat. So it actually drives really, really nicely at the moment, so it's great. Micron exhaust on there, K&N air filter, and nice heated grips, as you can see. Nice touring screen on the front. That's brilliant, actually. No air hitting me at all. Just goes straight over the helmet, so it's just great. The only thing I've struggled with is the mirrors are crap. They're just awful. So I've kind of had to angle them down and across, so I get kind of half my shoulders and elbows and then a little bit of the road. I did try some bigger mirrors, but they just looked like they come off a transit van, one of my mates suggested, which they did look a bit crap. But anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now. I'll put the whole video up. I might make a few edits and stuff. Put some tunes in the background. It's going to be a bit boring because it's me just riding around North Devon, but I'll leave it here. You can have a look at it. And it's a nice first attempt to look back on in years to come. So if you can cope with the low quality of the 720p, stick with me and have a little look. Feel free to critique my riding and tell me off for things, because I am new to it. I'm a newbie. I've only been licensed for about 3 months and just trying to ride as much as I possibly can. So there you go. I will get on the bike again. Now I know that now I know what I've done wrong with the microphone. Get the camera mounted better. Oh, by the way, the camera is an Actavion. It was actually a cheapie from Argos. I know. But I have no money at all, all right, at the moment. So I put it on my zero interest-free card with Argos. So it was 35 quid. It's got loads of good features, apart from the video quality, apparently. But I'll stick it on 1080p next time, and we'll see how we go. So thank you very much for clicking and having a little look. Hopefully you can cope with it. It's quite a long video, but just have a look, see what you think, and any advice, feel free to throw in my direction, and just enjoy the lovely North Devon scenery. See you later. Bye bye.